J. Abrams watched this show, he would be splooging in his shorts every single episode. This show is mystery box galore. It is totally confusing at times, and I was bizarrely fascinated by it. Do you like my hat? This is my dunce hat. It's even got a little fan on it, look. I'm wearing it because I feel like a dunce. I just watched The Three Body Problem. Now, for a little bit of context, everybody, I have been seeing a few little headlines and videos popping up for this show, and I was fascinated by it. It's been out for a few weeks. It's one of these shows that has slowly found its way onto my radar. And when things do that, when you get that word of mouth going, it intrigues me. I looked into it a little bit more. It's from the creators of what was my favorite TV show of all time, Game of Thrones. The disgraced writers themselves, D&D, Dan Weiss and David Benioff. Well, let's talk about their newest adaptation, the first thing they've done since season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Dumb cunt.
Look, I watched the first episode yesterday. There's an 8-episode series on Netflix. I watched the first episode, and I gotta tell you, I was immediately intrigued. This is one of those rare few shows that you watch and you're just beyond character, beyond understanding the plot, you're just invested out of a pure intrigue. You want to know what the hell's going on. Things are so weird and so crazy, you have to know what happens because you need to comprehend it. You gotta wonder how an author comes up with this shit, because this is based off books, and I'm not even really gonna explain it to you. I don't know how to. All right, let me pitch it to you like this. Aliens are out there. They're powerful, they're coming. A group of scientists, some weird shit starts happening to them. Some secret intelligence organizations get involved. There's a lot of Game of Thrones actors in here. There's Wong from Doctor Strange in here. And it's good. I don't know how to review this. I just turned the camera on. Look, I sat down, I watched 3 episodes yesterday. It got to midnight and I said, all right, I gotta go to bed. I woke up today, I went to the gym. As soon as I got home from the gym, I said, let's do it. 5 episodes straight, I got the little warning. Hey, are you still watching from Netflix? Yes, I'm still watching. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it until the end of this video, but let's go through things. The music is creepy. It's Ramin Djawadi from Game of Thrones as well, who came up with the most epic TV theme of all time. Does the music here. It's off-kilter, the music. It feels alien. It's weird. He did Westworld as well, and it's kind of got a Westworld vibe to it, but it almost feels like it doesn't hit the right beats. You know how music has a certain like, you know, I don't know what it's called, I'm not a musician, but it felt like this score didn't adhere to conventional music standards. I could be wrong about that, but that's how it sounded to me. Then you've got all the acting, which is great. I think the acting in this show is great. Except for the one girl, the Mexican lady, can't stand her. I've seen her in a few things now, Hobbs and Shaw, some other things here and there. She's a beautiful woman playing one of the leading scientists in the world. Yeah, scientists could be beautiful, sure, but this woman just is constantly like model facing at everyone, always angry, always sad, like not very likable. Her character kind of ruined everything she was in for me, but outside of that, everything was great. I loved Wong, Benedict, I think his name's Benedict something, the actor. Liam Cunningham, Davos from Game of Thrones, plays a hard ass in this show. He says the R word at some point, which made me laugh. The look of the show looks great. You know how Netflix shows all have the same look, like that orange and teal overlit Netflix look? This show doesn't have that. It's very sort of monotone and grey. Less is more with this show, and I really appreciate that. It doesn't look like a Netflix show. It looks more like Ozark, where it's dark and grim. And the subject matter lends itself to that look. From the outset, You've got this setup of aliens coming to Earth. I don't know how to explain this to you without spoiling it. It's so all over the place too. You follow so many different characters, and being all over the place might sound like it's confusing and not directed properly, but that's not the case. I just think the story they're telling is massive. They did a really good job, I think. Now, I'll get into spoilers in a minute. Before I do, I'll just tell you this. If you like mind fuckery, if you like good looking shows, well acted shows, if you want to see the Game of Thrones helmers, showrunners redeem themselves or start to redeem themselves, watch the show. But in saying that, the season does not end with closure. That's the only sort of half spoiler I'll give you. There is no closure. There will be more.
I think we're at war.
I can't keep talking, otherwise I'm going to sound like a stupid idiot. An uneducated, stupid idiot. I'm not a scientist. I'm just here to tell you there is a show on Netflix called Three Body Problem. It will take 8 hours out of your life, and if you're anything like me that is sick to death of seeing shit like Roadhouse, Ghostbusters, that sort of crap, you might enjoy this because at least it's doing something worth thinking about. The numbers. What do the numbers mean? J.J. Abrams is gonna come. Goodbye.